There's a shopping mall around here called the Capitol Court Mall. Like in the early 60s, there was this guy who built these robots that would make gingerbread cookies, like during the holiday season, right? It was all part of this weird world he constructed called the Kookie Kookie Haus, with like these robots making gingerbread cookies and stuff. He was like kind of like a retired like Army Corps of Engineers guy who like built this weird world out of like old junk he found, like broken water meters and like old carburetors and stuff, and like supposedly it was all run by this water wheel. Supposedly it was powered by like this water wheel that was off to the side, but it was like total bullshit. You could totally see this plug in the wall where it was like plugged in and stuff. It was really fairly elaborate. Like you would have like these, these little dump trucks would come down a road and like dump like eggs and like milk and like molasses and like nutmeg and stuff into this machine, and it would all like strain through these pipes, and like perfect dough would come out the other side, right? And then he had like stuffed animals with like boxing gloves who would like knead this dough until it was all dough, right? And then like rolling pins would come along with like ball bearings or something, and somehow you would have these cookies going in on this conveyor belt, right? In this Kookie Kookie House, right? Into this kind of one of those old-fashioned sort of 19th century ovens or something, and to bake the cookies and stuff. And so he, it was all made out of junk, like old voltage regulators from cars and stuff. And so, the Kookie Kookie House. And so he became this kind of folk hero, right? And you would see him on like the nightly news, or he would do commencement speeches at like high school graduations. He had this like tattered celebrity and stuff going for himself. And he would totally boast about the production of these robots and stuff. And one year he claimed that over the course of one winter, he claimed that he had manufactured something like 750,000 gingerbread cookies. But of course, later it was all exposed through like newspaper reporters that the cookies were actually like commercially made at some bread company or something. And that the ones that were actually made by robots at the mall were like made out of foam rubber, and this big like expose news story and stuff. And so it was just kind of a big bummer, and it was just kind of really sad.